You are 34. Last night, Ryan sat on your couch and asked to borrow money. 10 years ago, you and Ryan started the same job, same week, same desk, same salary. Ryan worked harder than you. Everyone said Ryan was going places. You believed them too. Last night, he asked you for $2,000. You said yes. You didn't check your account first. You didn't need to. The difference was never the paycheck. The difference was one quiet thing you started doing at 24. Everyone laughed at it. Some people pitied you for it. You did it anyway, in silence, for 10 years. This is how you escaped the rat race before anyone even realized you were leaving.
Rewind. You are 24. You have a job, a real one. Salary, benefits, a desk with your name on a little plastic sign. Every 2 weeks, money lands in your account. Every 2 weeks, it's gone before the next deposit. Not on anything crazy, rent, a car payment, the subscriptions you forgot you signed up for, the lunches, the small upgrades that each feel like nothing. You're not broke, you'd never call yourself broke, but you are one flat tire away from a problem you cannot solve. You just don't know it yet.
In March, you get a raise, $4,000 a year. You feel like you made it for about a week, then a nicer apartment, a better phone. The raise dissolves into a slightly better version of the same life. 6 months later, you need the next one. You are running as fast as you can. You are standing in exactly the same spot. Friday nights, you stop checking your account. You already know roughly what it says, you just don't want to see the number. Looking would make it real, so you don't look.
Ryan looks at the same paycheck and does the opposite. Ryan buys the car, a black BMW 3 years old, payments he calls nothing. He pulls into the lot and 2 guys walk over to look at it. Ryan stands next to it like a man who's pulling ahead. You stand next to your Corolla like a man standing still, because you are. You don't know it yet, but the way off this edge doesn't look like winning. It looks like losing on purpose.
My name is Jude. This video is a story. 10 years of one quiet decision and what it costs and what it buys. If any part of it lands for you, subscribe and hit the like button. Let's keep going.
It happens on an ordinary Tuesday. Your manager stops at your desk. Good quarter, there's a bonus coming. $1,500. You wait to feel something. Nothing comes. That night, you do math you've never done before. Not the math of this month, the math of your whole life. 40 more years of this. 40 more years of the paycheck landing and leaving. 40 more years of running. And at the end of it, what? You will have given everything you had every single day and still be one bad month from broke. The thought doesn't scare you, it empties you. The next day, you notice a man at the office you've walked past 1,000 times. He's almost 60. He drives a 10-year-old Honda. He never seems worried about anything. You ask him, half joking, how he stays so calm. He doesn't laugh. He says, "There's a difference between looking like you made it and actually making it. Almost nobody knows which one they're chasing." He goes back to his coffee. You don't. That night, you open your laptop. You add up everything you actually have. The number is small, embarrassing even. Then you do the one thing nobody ever taught you to do. You decide that from now on, every payday, the first bill you pay is the future version of yourself. Before rent, before the car, before anything else. You move money out of reach into a place your future can find it, and your impulses can't. You write that number on a piece of paper. You open the calendar on the wall and circle a date. The day you could be free if you just kept feeding the future and starving the noise. It's years away. You fold the paper. You put it in a drawer. You tell no one. You are 26. You've quietly stopped chasing the things you used to chase. The promotion you don't fight for. The title you don't mention. The upgrades you skip. A friend's birthday dinner, 12 people at a long table. The question goes around the way it always does. The guy across from you just made senior manager. The woman beside him just bought a condo. They have answers, big ones, loud ones. The question reaches you. You say you're still at the same job.
You say things are fine. You watch their faces do the small polite thing they do when an answer disappoints them. The conversation moves on a beat too fast. You drive home and you feel it. Not poverty, something worse. You feel like less, smaller, like you're falling behind in a race everyone else is clearly still running. For years, your job title was your answer to the question, who are you? You just gave it up on purpose, and you have no idea what goes in its place. You don't know it yet, but you just survived the hardest part of the whole thing, and it had nothing to do with money.
You are 27. Same car, same apartment, same you. Ryan parks his BMW next to your Corolla on a Monday morning. He's got new wheels on it now. He looks at your car, then at you, and his face isn't cruel. That's what makes it worse. His face is worried. You good, man? Like financially, you good? You say you're good, he nods slowly, the way people nod when they don't believe you. If you ever need anything, just ask. You thank him, you mean it. You go back to your desk and move money on Friday. You are still 27, and on a Sunday night in November, you almost quit. Not dramatically, not with a speech. You just sit on your couch and think, what is the point of this? Ryan looks happy. Your colleagues look happy. Everyone who stopped thinking about the future looks fine. More than fine. They look like they're living. You've been doing this for 3 years. The number in the drawer is real, but it doesn't feel real. It doesn't show up anywhere anyone can see. Nobody gives you credit for it. Nobody even knows. You almost move the money back. You almost buy the car. You sit there for 2 hours. Then you go to bed. You don't move the money. You don't buy anything. You just go to bed. That is the night the game was actually won. You just didn't know it yet.
You are 29. You open the account on a Thursday night, not because you plan to, just habit now. And the number stops you. It's doing something. Not because of a raise, not because of a windfall, just because you kept moving the money every payday and left it alone. The number is compounding quietly in the dark, like something alive. You close the laptop. You don't tell anyone, but something has shifted. For the first time, you believe the piece of paper in the drawer, the date you circled, the version of you that gets there. For the first time, it doesn't feel like discipline. It feels like it's working. You are 30. Ryan gets the promotion everyone said was coming, Senior Director. His name goes on a new office door. There's a small celebration, cake, a toast. You clap. You mean it. Ryan worked for this. Ryan earned it. You go back to your desk. Your title is the same it's been. You move money on Friday the same way you have for 6 years. But for the first time, you notice that the promotion doesn't make you feel anything. No envy, no ache, no race. You've stopped running. You didn't notice when it happened.
You are 31. On a Saturday morning, you open the drawer. You unfold the paper for the first time in years. The number on the paper, the date on the paper. You open the laptop beside it and look at the balance. You are ahead of what you wrote down, ahead of the date, ahead of the version of yourself who sat at this table 7 years ago and thought the number was embarrassing. You sit with it for a long time. You don't call anyone. You don't post anything. You fold the paper back up and put it in the drawer. But now you understand something you couldn't have understood at 24. The game was never about the money. It was about buying back the one thing nobody tells you that you're spending: time, choices, the right to say no, the right to say yes. You've been buying it quietly for 7 years, and it's almost yours.
You are 32. Ryan buys a house, the biggest one on the nicest street he can afford. You go to the housewarming. It's a beautiful house. Ryan is proud, and he should be. You drink a beer on his back deck, and you mean it when you say you're happy for him. On your drive home, you do some quiet math. Ryan's mortgage, 2 car payments, the lifestyle that expanded to match the income the way it always does. You don't feel superior. You feel something quieter than that. Grateful. Grateful that on a Sunday night in November at 27, you just went to bed. You are 33. The market drops. Hard. A real correction. Your colleagues talk about it every day for 2 weeks. Someone moves their retirement to cash. Someone else stops contributing. You look at the balance. It's down from the peak. Real money lost, on paper. You move money in on Friday, the same amount you always do. Not because you're brave, because you've been doing this long enough to know that the version of you who panics and moves to cash is the version who never reaches the date on the paper. You've waited 9 years. You are not giving the market a reason to keep your money. 3 months later, the balance is back. 6 months later, it's higher than it's ever been. You never told anyone you were scared. You were. You just didn't move.
You are 34. Ryan sits on your couch and asks to borrow $2,000. The BMW had a transmission problem. The second car needs brakes. There was a month where everything came at once and there was nothing in the account to catch it. You say yes. You transfer it from your phone before he finishes the sentence. You don't make it awkward. You don't explain what's in the account. You don't say anything about the piece of paper in the drawer, or the date you circled, or the 10 years of Friday deposits that nobody watched. You just say yes. Because that's what this was always for. Not the number, not the date, not even the freedom, though that's real and it's coming. It was for this, the ability to say yes without checking, the ability to say no when it matters, the ability to be the person in the room who is not afraid. Ryan worked harder than you. Ryan made more moves. Ryan won louder. But you paid the future first, and quietly, without anyone noticing, the future paid you back.
Here's what the whole thing was. Nobody told you there were 2 games running at the same time. The visible game, titles, cars, houses, the answers that land well at dinner tables, and the invisible game, the one with no scoreboard, no applause, no moment where anyone walks over to look. Most people play the visible game their entire lives, not because they're foolish, because nobody told them there was another one. The invisible game is simple. Every payday, before anything else, you pay the future version of yourself first. You move the money somewhere your impulses can't reach it. You leave it alone. You don't watch it every day. You don't tell people about it. You just feed it quietly for years. And then one day, while you're still driving the same car, living in the same apartment, wearing the same watch, you realize the game is over, and you won, and nobody noticed. That was the whole point. One thing. That's all I want you to take from this video. This week, next payday, whenever it lands, before you pay anything else, move something into the future. It doesn't have to be much, it just has to go first. Before rent, before the car, before the subscriptions, before Friday night. First. That's the whole thing. That's the game. Every version of the story you just watched started with that one move. If this video was worth your time, subscribe and leave a like. It genuinely helps. I'll see you in the next one.